Hey guys, it's Sierra coming to you from Holistically Attuned. Um, I'm going to be doing your pick a card right now for your key to success for September, financial abundance. I did post these on my Instagram a couple days ago to give you guys time to meditate on it and see which pile called to you best. If you're not following my Instagram page, go ahead and do that now. It is holistically_attuned. Um, there you will see a lot of my pick a cards or some of my merchandise like my candles and my crystals and things like that. Okay, so this is your key for financial abundance in September. We have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. If you have not already selected a pile, now would be the time to do so. You can go ahead and pause the video now, meditate on it, and see which one calls to you the most. If you are not following this channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Let's see, I will put timestamps at the bottom so that you can go ahead and skip to whichever pile that you want. Other than that, just go ahead and take a moment to pick the pile that you like the best. Okay, so while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and move these over, and we will start with pile number 1. If you chose pile number 1, you chose the pile with the beautiful ocean jasper. And just a little bit about this crystal. It is a crystal or a stone of renewal and detox. It's said to be connected to the lost city of Atlantis. It symbolizes interconnectedness of all and encourages journeying. Let's see. I guess my favorite part about this crystal is that it brings to surface all that hidden and unresolved emotions or traumas, and it helps you to accept responsibility for yourself in order to move past them. It is a very good crystal for working with your heart chakra, and really for just shadow work, because all the things that you really don't want to acknowledge are probably the things that are causing a lot of your problems, and this brings it to the surface and almost makes you have to deal with it. Okay, and so that's just a little bit on ocean jasper. Now let's get to your pile. Okay, so you guys are probably wondering about this layout right now. So this is going to give us the information on your keys to financial success and possibly some insight on what your blockages may be. This is going to be the energy that you need to move into, which is going to be the key to opening the door for that success and that abundance. This is going to be the type of energy that you need to be aware of, whether it's people around your inner circle or energy that you're carrying yourself. And then our financial or our spiritual abundance card, just an insight, and then also a intuitive mindful message for you guys to keep in mind. Okay, so when I'm looking up here, it's very interesting because the first thing that I have here is the third eye chakra and then compassion. And obviously compassion is the energy that you're going to be moving into, which I find so amazing because it's here with the oyster. But I'm going to try not to skip ahead, and I'm going to try to stick right here. So when you're working with this energy of your third eye being the key to your success, I believe that this is saying that it's going to be your intuition that's going to guide you along the way through the paths. You may have different obstacles in the way, but intuitively it's almost like you can foresee them, or intuitively you already know what those are, but you're not listening to yourself. It's like repeating a pattern and expecting a different outcome. Spirit keeps trying to move you forward and you keep stumbling. You see how I'm stumbling over my words? That's how you stumble over your progress. You get in your own way, in a sense. To clarify this even more, we have the Temperance, the Ten of Wands, and then the Four of Pentacles. And the interesting thing is the Ten of Wands is the one thing that is right side up and everything is upside down. Now, while I don't read cards upside down, I do pay very close attention to them and kind of give them, look at their meaning from a different perspective, okay? And so when I'm looking at the Temperance in reverse, I see an inability to not only calm your mind, but balance some of the things that are going on in order for you to move forward. Because the Ten of Wands is about progress forward. Wands is about movement. It's an action card and it's very fast. Our Temperance card here, she is really about balance and finding your inner peace through all the chaos, I guess is what I'm trying to say, because you are putting everybody's needs or wants or expectations before your own, and that is something that is a problem, first of all. Second of all, you have this fear of giving too much and not getting enough back. You're always giving and not getting. You're always giving and not getting. Or you've given a lot, you've invested a lot, and you have yet to see your return, I guess, so to speak. Spirit wants you to know that intuitively you already know what to do. You already know the steps to take. 10 is closure. 10 is moving on. 10 breaks down to 1, which is the Magician, meaning you have everything that you need. He is a very strong power card, okay? The Temperance also represents Sagittarius. I just thought that I would throw that out there, but you're letting your emotions get the best of you in a sense. I sense a lot of fiery energy here too, and sometimes it causes for you to have to curve that so that you can see your path more clearly. Don't go charging into things head first. Take a moment to really evaluate and see which other ways you can go about solving some of these conflicts. Conflicts keeps coming up for me. Maybe because you are so gung-ho in action and wanting to move forward and wanting to do everything fast and at your own rate and at your own pace, and you're not taking a moment to sit back and really evaluate what's going on. Or putting yourself forward. Don't just charge gun-ho because that's what your partner is saying to do, or somebody, the people around you are pressuring you to move in one direction. Because when you're not listening to yourself, to your third eye, you're throwing your whole chakra system out of balance. And that here is represented by the Four of Pentacles being in reverse too. 4 really represents stability. It represents structure. It represents foundation. It represents authority. And you know, you are losing your voice because you're not listening to your own intuition. You are giving up your own power by not listening to your own intuition, okay? And almost like you allow people to drive you to this place where now you're just at your wit's end. And so there's no balance there. It's 0 to 100. And you've got to find your own balance and put your own needs first. And that's going to be the key to your success. Really taking a time out. I know it's hard because you want to go, but you really need to take a time out, do some, you know, self-reflection, some meditation, and figure out what you want for you and the best path for you. And that path may upset some people, but, you know, it is what it is. You're going to have to establish your own boundaries in order for you to be successful in what you're doing. And the funny thing is you may have to balance this idea of working with other people or being dependent on other people and really go out and do it for yourself. And understanding that you're really not by yourself, because when your third eye is activated and working and you're listening to that intuition, you've got your guides and your guides got you. Your ancestors have your back. Everybody is pushing for you in the right direction. So you're really not on this path or this journey alone. You need to tap into that intuitive side. See this water here? Water represents intuition. Water represents emotions. You need to pour some of that back into yourself. You've been so driven by the financial world in the sense that you've forgotten how to tap into this third eye. And that's what you need to do. Okay, that's really going to be the key to your success here. Moving into this energy that you need to embody, this energy that you need to move into. You have compassion, and you have Ishtar. She is a deity that represents boundaries. And this is funny because the Ten of Wands, the message here says, I love and care for myself first. This Four of Pentacles says, I am always safe and protected. And this Temperance card says, I find clarity through the calm. Okay? Through the calm. You find your calm place, and that's where you find your clarity. But moving over here with Ishtar especially, and setting boundaries, it says, love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. That goes back to here when I'm saying you're putting others' needs before your own. You need to take a step back and really listen to yourself and balance work and play in a sense too. And that may be something that your intuition has been telling you too. Show more compassion for yourself in a sense. Open your heart chakra. Opening your heart chakra is the key to opening up your third eye. You're harder on yourself than you are other people. Or you're so closed off that you could be a little judgmental towards people. Either way, you need to find balance in your own intuition with that. It says the frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter. So that unconditional love can flow from source through our heart and into the world. I feel like that here, coupled with this oyster card, I feel like you've been closed off because you don't know how to set boundaries for yourself. And so you end up giving too much. And then you end up on, all fired up and on the wrong side of the fence. And the trip part is your intuition told you all along to stop doing what you were doing, and you just didn't want to hear it. Understanding that, don't close yourself off. It's time to open yourself up with nothing but compassion and love. Open up your heart chakra so that you can be more in tune with your third eye. Because if you are opening your heart chakra and in tune with your third eye is always going to protect your heart. Your third eye will not allow you to hurt yourself again or put yourself in a compromising situation, because it's going to give you the foresight, the warning. It's up to you to tune into that and move in the direction that you're supposed to go, so that you have this trust. Right now, you're not very trusting, and that could be your downfall. If you don't trust others, that really could be your downfall. And what's kind of holding you back. It's hard to continue on in the world, especially the way that the world works today, without having compassion and love for one another. And that may come in the sense of supporting somebody else's business. Just because you support somebody else who does with what you do does not take away from how excellent you do your job. Remember that. It's a sisterhood, so remember that. Sorry, that was my baby. And remember, inside of the oyster is that beautiful pearl. It's that pearl of wisdom. Boom. Ooh, I gave myself chills. Open up your heart chakra in order to find your pearl of wisdom. And even when you look in here, once you open it and you see this flower blooming and you see everything is open, and then you have that light, that same light that is shining here around the third eye. It's your pearl of wisdom. Tap into it. But to tap into it best, you need to be able to open up your heart chakra. But set boundaries for yourself, okay? Let's see. With that being said, our abundance card, it says, take a divinely guided chance. All positive change and success ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance into new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, but no longer appropriate for you, make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. Take the chance, open up, show the world your beautiful pearl hiding inside of this oyster shell. Okay, tap into that divine wisdom so that you can really move forward. Take a chance in whatever it is, whatever you're on the fence with. Spirit is telling you, just go for it, and go for it without doubting yourself, because when you doubt yourself, you hold yourself back in a sense, okay? And this is dope because this is our mindful message. And look at all this green, by the way. This is how you know that your reading is centered around your heart chakra too. New adventures. Today I open myself up to new adventures. I go out and do something I've been holding back from, and I move through the fear rather than let it control me. I trust my intuition, and follow my desires. Following my desires means putting your needs first before everybody else's in order to move forward and be successful, okay? So pile number 1, that was all for you. Please, again, if this resonated on any level, leave a comment or send me a message and let me know. I would love the feedback. You know, it makes me feel good. In the last video, I did get a lot of comments about which piles hit most for people, and that was awesome. And be very mindful that these are general messages, and so it may not all resonate with you, so take what does resonate and leave the rest behind, okay? So thank you so much, pile number 1, and we're going to move into pile number 2. Hi, pile number 2. Okay, so I'm just laying your cards out right now, so we can kind of get a peek at what you got going on. I love this. I want you guys to know that I picked a pile before I did the reading, and even though I'm not going to tell you guys which pile it is, I don't look at these cards beforehand, and so yeah. All right, pile number 2. Your key to success or to financial abundance in September is going to be your throat chakra. Obviously, there's more to it. So these cards are going to break it down for us. This is going to be the energy that you need to move into, followed by the goddess energy that you should be invoking in order to help you move forward, in order to help you unlock some of this you know, success that's waiting for you on the other side, okay? And then this is going to be the energy that you should be aware of, and this is our financial or our success or angel abundance card. And last but not least, this is going to be a mindful message, okay? And so we're going to start back over here with our throat chakra. Now your throat chakra, it is located at the base of your throat, and it is our chakra of communication, okay? It is also your very first spiritual chakra, and our people who possess a lot of the clairs, like clairaudience, clairaudience starts here. So that's being able to hear things. So I really feel like this is going to be a lot of listening to your intuition and listening to those downloaded or channeled messages that you receive, because when I'm looking at this, I see that you do receive a lot of channeled messages. You may just choose to ignore it, but we'll get here with that, okay? But your throat chakra is also about communicating your needs. It's about letting people know where you stand and what you need to move forward. And it's interesting because you have 2 9s here and then a 6, and your 9s represent either abundance or excess of too much. So it can either be an abundance of something or an excess of something, okay? And so 9 of Pentacles, for the most part, is a really good card. That shows that you are going to be coming into a lot of financial abundance. I think that where you're going to have to find balance in this is with this 9 of Cups in reverse being repeated cycles, or maybe in an emotional hold into some of the things that are preventing you from keeping the success or growing the success. It's like you don't have a problem attaining it, you have a problem keeping it. I know that sometimes it comes. And it's almost like this right here is a constant struggle, but it's a constant struggle with others because you probably don't listen to your intuition when your intuition is telling you to walk away from a situation, or you don't voice the fact that you need to walk away from a situation. Sorry guys, I got kids in homeschool. I also feel like you may have this fear where if you're not constantly working, you're not going to have this flow of income, which is not true. If you trusted in the process, and if you truly released yourself from the things that were holding you back, you would know that that energy is already out there and the universe is already waiting to give it to you, okay? You just have to ask. You just have to ask, and you have to be a vib- vibrational match for what you're asking for. Okay, so if you're asking for abundance, you need to be a vibrational match. I feel like the key to your success is going to be healing from something. Um, Either some type of betrayal or something in that sense that has you wanting to close yourself off. Um, and you feel like you're at a constant battle, at all times. Whatever it is, it might be time to just let that go so that you can focus on your success and what you want to move into, because it's like you're successful, your success is coming, you just get into this habit, whatever this is, you get into that habit and you stay there. You need to break out of this, whatever this is, whatever this struggle is that you have, that you do in excess, whether it is excessive anxiety, excessive stress, excessive trust in others, excessive need to depend on others, any addictive behaviors, spending habits, those type of things. You need to break that. Maybe you shop out of emotions. Whatever that is, you need to break it, because it's not that the money's not coming in for you. And it's not that you're not already set up to receive this money. You get money faster than you even realize that you have it, because you spend it as soon as it comes in. You need to stop that action right now. And this is interesting too, because you have Kali, who is an Hindu goddess and or deity, and she represents. It's funny that she would come out with the root chakra, because that's what she breaks down. She breaks down and makes room for transformation. So she is the deity of endings and beginnings. Look at how beautiful this card is. But there's her third eye. It's saying that you have to trust the process. Look at all this blue. This is definitely your third eye, or your throat chakra, and your communication. But you have to trust the process, and you have to release whatever it is that's holding you back, whatever fears or anxieties or toxic cycles, right? Because addictive behavior also resonates in your root chakra. In the frequency of the root chakra, it stimulates passion, supports our sense of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies as well as our physical world. The funny thing is, it may be that you are very much in tune in your upper chakras, and it's your lower chakra that you need to start working on, because excessive anger, addictive behavior, impulsiveness, that kind of stuff is here in your root chakra as well. And Kali is saying that the old must be released so that the new can enter. And the reason why I say it might be that your upper chakras are balanced, it's your lower chakras that you have to work on, because even when I'm looking here at the zebra, it's like his third eye is all the way lit. It's lit up, and he is very much knowing, but not very mindful in that sense of it. He can see whatever's going to happen before it happens, but he's not very mindful of it before he takes actions. Yeah, you're very much in tune with your upper chakras. It's about balancing your lower chakras so you can let go of any fear that the money is not coming in, because the money is coming in. But if you live in a state where you always feel like you don't have the money, or the money is not going to be there, or you're always broke, that's what you're always going to be. And I just realized I didn't even talk to you guys about your crystal before I say anything else about the cards. So you guys pick citrine, and just for the record, The lighter part of the citrine, the lighter ones, they govern the physical, and the darker governs the spiritual aspects of life. So this is a powerful cleanser and regenerator. It carries the power of the sun. It is energizing, highly creative, and absorbs, transmutes, and grounds negative energy. This is a very good stone for prosperity and trying to, manifest abundance. Let's see, it's very beneficial for attracting the abundance, and it reverses self-destructive behavior. Ooh, look at that. That goes to play right here with the Nine of Cups. Remember I said an addiction, and it's something that you need to break. It's a constant struggle. This is a stone that is very beneficial for reversing self-destructive behavior. Look how well that matches up. And it also promotes inner calming, allowing you to listen to your inner wisdom. I know I keep saying that it's not that your upper chakras aren't balanced, it's your lower chakras. You do have that inner wisdom. See, look at how well this crystal actually went with this reading. I love that. Chill out. Chill out, because the money is there. You need to listen to your inner wisdom. And also communicate your desires, right? Because the throat chakra is actually directly correlated or linked to your sacral chakra, which is the next chakra up from your root. And it's about expressing communication. It's about expressive creativity. So your throat chakra, you're expressing all of that stuff. But in this sense, I feel like it's downloaded messages. Like you channel messages, and they are downloaded for your benefit. Clairaudience, that's what you experience, but you've got so much going on in this world, trying to stay busy, being caught up in these behaviors and these self-destructive ways, in this sense, whether that is self-doubt. That's a killer right there. Self-doubt's probably the biggest killer that you have. Like, you don't see your own beauty. You don't see how beautiful that knowledge is within you. You just think that you blend in with the crowd, and really you don't. Look at the horizontal stripes against the vertical stripes. You stand out, but you in your mind think that you blend in. There's nothing about you that blends in. That is the energy that you need to let go. You need to let go of that. That's your toxic cycle that's holding you back. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, I'm so glad that we did that. But look at this. Infinite creativity. I swear to God, guys, sometimes I be dead on and not even realizing it. But before we move to infinite creativity, I want to read this. Obstacles and blocks are lifted. All your good personal work and your positive energy shift has overcome previous obstacles, and blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. And gratitude is an emotion. Flow of abundance. That's what your Nine of Pentacles is. Maybe you need to communicate your gratitude. That is the best way to really have a mindful moment, is to every morning list off, ramble off whatever it is that you're grateful for. That's a very good way to ensure a steady flow of abundance. And then this infinite creativity. At any moment, I am able to tap into an infinite source of energy and creativity within me. Unique ideas flow through, each one capable of blossoming into a beautiful creation. And look at that lotus blossoming in her hand. Let go of your fear. Let go of your fear. Your fear is what is very self-destructive for you. Your fear is very self-destructive, and your fear of blending in. Nothing about you blends in. You definitely stand out. Yeah, you definitely stand out. So you need to let that one go, guys. Okay, so group number 2, this was your reading. If it resonated with you guys at any point, please leave a comment or send me a message. Let me know. I really love the feedback. I got a lot of good feedback last time. And that makes me feel really good when I know that something hits for you guys. Be very mindful that this is a general message. So while everything may not resonate, you take what does and you leave the rest behind. Okay, if you're called to more than one pile, please by all means watch the pile for whichever other crystal or stone that you were drawn to. And for the record, again, this is citrine. If any of you, really resonated with it, I do sell these on my website, www.holisticallyattuned.com. Okay, so citrine, and it's a beautiful size, guys. So group number 2, thank you for tuning in. That's all for you guys, and we're going to move to group number 3. Okay, group number 3. Oh, I remember. You guys were the only group where instead of 3, 4 of these came out, and I decided to keep them all. Ooh. This is dope, guys. Okay, before I go into your reading, group number 3, if you chose group number 3, you chose, if it was based upon the stone, this is a peach moonstone, okay? And so a moonstone activates your intuition, which is interesting because you have the high priestess here. She's all about intuition, guys. So it activates your intuition, and it is reflective, and reminds you that everything is a part of a cycle of change. It encourages lucid dreaming and is used to enhance metaphysical abilities such as clairvoyance. And that right there is your high priestess. That's your intuition. So it enhances clairvoyance, okay? It balances aggressive behavior. It opens the mind to synchronicities and draws out old emotional patterns and irrational impulses. So that is what our moonstone does, okay? So moving into your pile, just so you know, this is where we are at right now. This is where your key to financial success lies, or where your blockages are keeping you from that financial success, okay? This is the energy that we're moving into, and some words of encouragement, and abundance angel card, so we can kind of see, where we're going. But right now, our key to financial success, we have movement, choices, and decisions. Okay, and this red border here, the red border really resonates with your root chakra. And so that is things of a physical nature, a tangible nature, okay? And I feel like you feel like you're being called in all kinds of different directions. It's not just one path or two paths. It's almost like this indecisive nature of what you want to do. Whoever this is may be a younger energy, or you may be going through a midlife awakening. I'm not going to use the word crisis because I don't believe in that. It is an awakening. Sometimes we start on a path when we're younger, and as we get older, we start to realize that path no longer suits us. It is not, what we are called to do, and we don't recognize that when we are younger, because sometimes we make the decision to go down these paths for the wrong reasons, like to